Hello and welcome to the Parking Lot Projectionist podcast. My name is Andrew Copley.
And I'm Raymond Yolandi.
And today we saw CHAPPiE. Raymond, what happened in CHAPPiE?
CHAPPiE is a 2015 action sci-fi thriller about in the near future crime is patrolled by an oppressive mechanized police force. When one police droid, CHAPPiE, is stolen and given new programming, he becomes the first robot with the ability to think and feel for himself. CHAPPiE stars Sharto Copley as CHAPPiE, Dev Patel, Hugh Jackman, and Sigourney Weaver.
No credit to the three other relatively unknown guys who are in most of the movie.
That will be Ninja, who plays Ninja, Yolandi Visser, who plays Yolandi, and Jose Pablo Cantello, who plays Yankee America.
Two of these people just played themselves in this movie.
Apparently they're South African pop stars.
What?
Yeah.
That's going to be very uncomfortable for people in South Africa who don't like these people and go see this movie.
They're famous in South Africa. I don't know if they're pop stars. The guy I work with said there was a music video with them in it. Very weird stuff. I don't think they're human. But anyways, CHAPPiE is directed by Neil Blom. Oh, God, how you say this guy's name?
Blomkamp?
Blomkamp.
Yeah, whatever.
Written by him. Ooh, shit. Yeah, whatever. It's written by
There's a little bit of attitude in the air right now, sir.
Terry Tatchell. All right, so we know Neil Blomkamp from, let's say his name wrong. I don't give a shit either. You know, District 9, Elysium, those films. CHAPPiE starts out
with one journalist telling us how weird this whole CHAPPiE thing is, eh? And then there's an MIT professor who, yeah, this whole CHAPPiE thing's pretty weird. Then it cuts to black and it says 18 months earlier.
Yeah, I thought it could be documentary style like how they did with District 9, but we never got closure to that opening scene at the end of the movie.
Never any context to this at all.
Yeah, they just decided to put that in there.
Like, guys, this movie's gonna be a big deal. Stuff's gonna happen in this movie.
They needed an opening, so they got these two people to say that shit. So 13 months earlier, Anderson Cooper shows up on the TV. It was like South Africa, Johannesburg, military police force.
Johannesburg again?
Yeah, we were in Johannesburg again.
All right.
Which made me think, dude, it would have been great if this turned out to be the sequel to District 9 and the aliens showed up and CHAPPiE had to fight the aliens. This is a missed opportunity. I'm very upset.
It's a huge missed opportunity. I'll agree with that.
Because something else had happened that made me think of District 9.
The whole ending of the movie reminded me of District 9.
Ooh. Yeah, pretty much was. Okay. Anderson Cooper, the news is talking about screw humans. They don't know how to do their job. And this corporation called the Travel, was it Tetraval? Tetraval created the
Scout program and the Moose program.
Yeah, with these military police robots who were only in Johannesburg. They weren't all over the world yet.
Despite the fact that Johannesburg has a booming film industry now because of Neil Blomkamp alone, apparently it's the most horrible place and you never want to go there because there's so many crime rings. A bunch of these robots crashed about 30 crime rings in the past month.
They were breaking in, showed it like documentary style with old film grade and stuff. These robots hemming people up. Like, hey, we got them. Turn yourself in and all that good jazz.
Isn't it great that we have all these robots to do all this work so none of the humans are in harm anymore? Only... wait a minute, we're still sending in humans right behind them in the line of fire in every single person's house.
Apparently, because, some humans weren't on the police force who originally were. They got fired. I would have loved to see a strike force for them. Have these people backing Hugh Jackman's character or something like that.
No one wanted to back that psychopath.
Oh, that guy was not a psychopath. He was the only sane
We will
guy.
discuss this later, but he was a psychopath.
He was an awesome psychopath.
Well, yeah, I enjoyed him as a psychopath.
Anyways.
These rabbit ear robots who, don't worry, we explained that you cannot hack these things. They're not connected to Wi-Fi. Don't worry, no one will ever be able to hack it because you have to have a special little USB stick called the guard key.
The guard key. It allows for you to upload new programming to it. So now we cut to ambulance rushes to a warehouse. They pull out a robot. Robot. I swear, did you hear the sirens? There were sirens.
Yeah, they were rushing it. They had it on a stretcher, pulling it out the back.
Pulled out.
Let's go, guys. Let's go.
Pulled out the robot. Hooked him up. Oh, man, number 22. He's always getting shot and all this crap. Number 22 just sucks. So it's like, oh, well, might as well fix him again.
Replace his ear here.
Yeah, his little ear was broken. I don't know why he needs the ear. It's just decoration. Part of the Wi-Fi connection.
Well, they claim that you can't hack it or anything, but they're constantly tracking him through the Wi-Fi. So why couldn't you hack it? Is the Wi-Fi somehow not connected to the main systems, I guess, to the CPU? They just have a separate tracker on the top of their forehead?
I have no clue.
It's unhackable, everybody.
Supposedly.
Unless you have a bike helmet with little LED lights on it.
Ooh. So
Spoilers.
they hook 22 back up. They repair him. He goes back out there. Cut to these gangbangers driving on the road.
I just assumed
human.
Judge Dredd was going to show up any second.
I was hoping too, Dredd would show up and shoot these people, but apparently he didn't.
Exact same setup.
We introduced to Ninja, who is weird. Yolandi, who is even weirder. And a Mexican dude and a black dude in the background. So obviously one of these dudes was gonna die soon.
For some reason, they're on the run in the middle of this highway.
Seem like they're on the run. They were just being assholes driving ridiculously fast.
Didn't they cut to police at some point?
I
Like
think
there's a disturbance on the interstate?
I think
or
number
something?
22 got on the helicopter and started driving.
They weren't tracking them, though. That would explain what's about to happen.
The police are going to fight off against that dude. He had a name that they did not use in the film, but I saw it here on IMDb.
He had a name.
It was something stupid. Hippo.
Hippo?
Man's name's Hippo. That's the character. I'm gonna call him Hippo because I have no clue how to describe this guy to people.
He's got these weird little marshmallow rolls of hair on top of his head, clumps, and then he's got dreads in the
dreads
back.
in the back. Some new style mullet type gangster thing.
And he speaks better English than Slumdog Millionaire, but they subtitle every single word he
Yo.
says.
I guess that's supposed to be a joke throughout the movie, but yeah, Hippo, every time he talked, he was speaking English. You could perfectly understand this man, but they would put subtitles up every time he talked, English subtitles. And I didn't notice that at first. Andrew pointed it out to me.
It's like, for a second there, I thought I understood South African, and everybody else in the theater, I thought I was just interpreting South African as English. Nobody else in the theater's laughing or going, what the fruit is going on? And I'm just listening to this guy saying English, but there's subtitles in English, and so I'm just so confused.
All right, so Hippo was talking South African and English at the same time, apparently. That's skill right there. So the gangbangers go to meet Hippo. Oh, we got your stuff. We had a little accident.
We watched the Ring tape. 7 days!
7 days.
You got 7 days!
So they look in the back of the car, in the back of their van, and their drugs were spilled all over. I don't know how this happens. Apparently one of them got mad and just cut open the bags or something and then mixed it with water. Some of it was dissolving. So Hippo was like, bruh, look what you did. He's like, I'm gonna pay for it. Ninja was like, I'm gonna pay for it. I want $20 million. But he want $20 million? He demanded like a high number, like he was a terrorist and he had hostages or something.
You think you kidnapped Chelsea Clinton?
Come on, man. Are you serious? He's like, I'm gonna get it for you. I'm gonna get it for you. So then Hippo just shot the black dude for no reason. One of those minority dudes had to die. He chose the black guy. I'm very disappointed in Neil Blomkamp for that shit. Then the police force shows up.
Whoop, whoop. This is the police.
You got these 4 robots. Number 22 is one of them. Coming on the helicopters. Your boy Hippo had his stuff set up so he just popped smoke screen everywhere. And they all started shooting. Apparently, one of the henchmen took the keys from the 4 goons. During this whole shootout sequence, these guys are having this little sub thing where they have to find their keys. Somehow they get lucky because the guy who had the keys was driving off, and the cop shot him, and his car flipped over, and it was on fire. Stick his hand in there and grab the keys from out of the guy's pocket.
Yeah, Scout just took that guy out, man. Didn't shoot the tires or anything.
There's a whole other guy waiting in the back with some like 50 cal rifle.
The Scouts are just taking out everybody except for the people who are supposed to be the main characters and Hippo, who ran inside.
Hippo ran inside. There's also some human people jumped out. The robots protect them while they're trying to take them down too. 22 goes in, he sees Hippo, he breaks it through the door to chase after Hippo. Hippo just RPGs the shit out of him. He had an RPG at the ready for this dude. Number 22 dies. I can't remember what happened. The other guys escaped. Ninja and Yolanda Udanda escaped.
You want to talk about how they accessorize their guns, man? Those are pretty flashy. Yolanda pulled out a nice pink Uzi.
I don't know how gangsters do it in South Africa, but the gangsters in America, they are behind the times and they need to get color-coded or something. The gangsters around the world are very fashionable.
Yeah.
This dude had him a yellow, not just any yellow, I'm talking yellow. M4 assault rifle with a suppressor on it and a scope.
He likes to bow down to it before he uses it, apparently, too.
He does, too. He was loving that little get up there. Oh, he had a pink clip in it, too.
I guess he borrowed that from Yolanda, or maybe it's a metaphor for how she's always a part of him.
Oh, God.
It's a love thing.
Oh, it's not a love thing.
Did the Uzi have a yellow clip in it? I didn't see.
love being a part of you. You can't transfer love in a computer, Andrew. Only consciousness. Spoilers.
We'll get to that, I guess.
Yeah, Yolanda Udanda had a pink Uzi.
So we're introduced to these three people, and from the marketing, I was not led to believe at all that these people were going to be horrible people. I thought they were just going to be down their luck poor people who decide to take in Dev Patel's character and help him take care of CHAPPiE.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
But it turns out these are bad people.
Nah, cuz they're very bad people.
I mean, you don't see them kill anybody in the beginning here, but I'm assuming that these people have killed before.
No. They're putting guns to Patel. They put a gun to Patel's head and was going to shoot him. He actually fired a shot if it wasn't for Yolanda Udanda pushing him away at one point.
Later.
This is ridiculous.
These are bad people that we're supposed to sympathize with here.
And I was just not feeling it at all.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
At least the people in focus were just stealing from
Yeah,
people who weren't paying attention.
They were murderers.
He's a murderer. Got himself locked up in Johannesburg.
I guess the people in focus were classy about it. These guys were just living in a... How did they have electricity in that place? Was that was just open? There was no roof? So confusing. Anyways, they escape. Hippo escapes. 22's broken.
America's injured.
Yeah, Yankee America, who's a Mexican guy, by the way, is injured. They all go back to their turn. We meet Patel. What's his name?
Dion,
who created the robots. He's all like, yeah, I'm working on this new project. It's gonna be great. Sigourney Weaver's like, no, I don't want to deal with that shit. I don't want no robots being smarter than me.
Look at me. I'm a CEO of a weapons company, and you're talking about making a weapon that can write poetry.
What the hell's wrong with you, Dion? Get out of my office.
She makes an announcement early on in the movie. We just shipped 100 more scout units. Everybody in the office doesn't say anything. This is a very good thing. And then they start cheering. She had to tell her own employees that them selling stock was a good thing. That was great.
So they ordered that for the police force ordered some more of those guys. Everybody's cheering except
and you
look
see
at the cubicle.
There's a cubicle way in the back.
And you clearly see who it is. It's your boy Hugh Jackman. He is just not having it. He is so mad about this.
He looks like he's gonna murder Slumdog Millionaire.
We will get to that soon. This dude,
he's just psychotic.
He's just in the back, pissed off because he has a project called the Moose Project, where his robot isn't this humanoid type robot with an AI conscience. He is this controlled giant Metal Gear robot that could just blow holes in tankers and shit like that.
No, we think yours might be a little bit too excessive. What's so excessive about you? You mean the 12 Gatling guns, the 2 anti-air registries, the couple of Jerichos I have on the back?
What you talking about? It just shoots one nuke, just one.
Yeah. You want to be able to shoot precision warheads, don't you?
Come on. Look at this thing. Look how cool it looks.
It's a bit excessive.
It's like, we're just trying to police urban environments. We can't have this thing on the streets. Come on. Violence would go down 100% if you put this thing on the streets. And they're like, well, I'm pretty sure, but come on. We can't have you walking around just Metal Gear on the streets. It's ridiculous.
So clearly he has some sort of beef with the idea of artificial intelligence and the machines not being controlled by humans who can think and feel and stuff, but we never learn what that is. We never learn what his beef is at all in this movie.
Well, I think it's because, yeah, we don't. He just didn't like him.
He just didn't like him.
He just didn't like artificial intelligence. I think it was just because he wanted his big robot out there because he was a weapons designer. He was a soldier and an engineer and a weapons designer, and he wanted his big robot out there. At one point, he was like, because it's a human intelligence and they can make the split decisions and it'll be great.
Well, the scout robots already make split decisions.
No. This is human brain. It's a human brain working it.
And by the time the human brain registers the decision they want to make and makes a move on their joystick, these scouts could have done it in half the time. Did they use that
argument, or is that from another movie? Because that sounds like every movie that does AI uses that argument.
I could have sworn Sigourney Weaver said a variation of that. She didn't say exactly that, but she said
that
something
argument
like that.
is used in everything.
And there's never any evidence to point towards Hugh Jackman that's not artificially constructed by what's going on with CHAPPiE. There's never an incident where a scout actually malfunctions. The scouts are fine throughout the whole movie until he screws them up. Spoilers.
He was just a dude wanted his robot out there.
The only motivation you can draw at this point is that he just wants the money.
Yeah, but I don't understand why he was working for this company. He needs to just sell this robot to like military.
Why are they financing his project if they don't believe in his project?
They were cutting finance on it though.
Okay.
Dion could sell his to the cops. He could just sell his to the military around the world. Wouldn't that make more sense?
If you're creating these advanced AI robot thingies, you got to be able to sell more. Maybe they're a fledgling company. Maybe they're a small-time company.
They wasn't no small-time company. They making big bucks if the police, the city's ordering for those robots to be made. But you could have been making more money by selling, I don't know, maybe other governments of the world, the militaries had bigger, better transformers or something. They just didn't give a shit about Hugh Jackman's robot.
I'm coming for you!
Anyways, let's not get into it. You rattle your brain over why Hugh Jackman's robot is not being used by the military, why he wants it on the streets.
This would be great.
He's a psycho. He's a psycho. That's what we're going to go with.
You can see one of these bad boys walking down both lanes of the street.
It's literally like in RoboCop. Those, you know, the big ones.
The remake.
Oh, they had one. They had one in the original.
In the original, yeah.
But then they had a bunch of them in the remake. Oh, I hated the remake.
Hey, it's that time of year. We saw that last year around this time.
They did. It was February-ish. And it's on Netflix now. Oh, God.
Check it out, guys.
Dion goes home and Dion's like typing on his computer. Oh, Dion has a slave robot. Hi, Neo. I don't know how to voice it.
Hi, Nero.
Hello, Dion.
Did you wash my tube socks?
Yes, sir, I did. Would you like something to drink?
Red Bull!
Here's a Red Bull, sir, coming up.
Keep them coming.
Yes, sir.
So he's got this little slave robot. He just beats all the time.
And he's got this Rory the clock one. It's got the name Rory on the bottom of it.
It doesn't move, and it only says like one line.
So he decided to come home today and finish up creating artificial intelligence consciousness on his home computer.
He's wanted to create artificial consciousness. So he started doing that.
He couldn't figure it out until he drank some Red Bull.
He drank the Red Bull. It gave him wings. Oh, shit.
What an advertisement for Red Bull, sir.
Red Bull gave wings. He was able to create the consciousness. He was like, yes. So he goes to Sigourney.
Yes.
He's like, oh my God, Sigourney Weaver. There's a robot that was about to be destroyed because it got shot with an RPG. Can I put this in it? No. You lost your damn eye. Go away. So he gets out.
But it's going to be destroyed. Well, you got all this political red tape and everything. We just got to go through procedure and just get rid of it. I said, junk it! You know, it's indestructible. It's built out of titanium. I'm pretty sure these robots weren't supposed to be destroyed.
Junk it.
Okay. You're not quite understanding what I'm saying here. It's built to withstand bombs.
Junk it. that little sucker just saved your life. All right.
This moment brought to you by Mystery Bin.
Yeah.
Let me just point out that the reason he believes consciousness is going to work is because he finally got his little loady screen to say it was 100%. Oh man, it finally said 100%. That must mean the consciousness will work.
Why did he need to make consciousness in the first place?
He was really interested in a machine that could think and feel for some reason.
Oh.
That we never learned.
Because he never had a love interest in this movie.
Oh, you think he was trying to create a female robot?
Yeah, he was trying to get somebody to love him because he didn't have nobody to love.
He was kind of...
He was lonely. He worked for this nice company, living in these rake-a-dick apartments.
We know nothing about this guy.
Nothing at all. Why did he want to create this?
He just wanted to create AI intelligence because plot.
Because he wanted a nice, intelligent robot who would love him.
He wanted a child. He wanted to adopt a child, and he didn't want to get married.
Well, you can still adopt a child without being married.
This whole thing is a metaphor for adoption.
He could have still did that without having to create consciousness.
You know, a robot is easier than a kid because if I ditch the robot, nobody's going to say anything because it's a robot.
He just wanted to try it out?
This is like practice parenting, I think.
Oh, Dion, you're a sick man. Sick man, Dion. Anyways, Sigourney tells him, no, don't do it. He decides, screw it, I'm going to do it anyways. Grabs the robot, grabs the key chip, guard chip, takes it out. He's gonna go put the consciousness in number 22. Meanwhile,
those gangsters,
Yolanda, Udanda, and Ninja,
they came up with a brilliant idea.
Oh my God, we gotta rob the bank to get Hippo his money. What do we do?
These droids are in the way.
Yeah, the robots are everywhere. What do we do? Oh, that dude that built them probably got a remote control. He could just shut them down.
Yeah, just like your TV has a remote control.
Yeah, just like a TV. Duh. These weren't smart gangsters at all. You can tell by their living environments.
And clearly this guy designed them, so he must have the remote.
What did they do when it rained? What did they do when it rained? I'm sorry, I'm stuck on that. Okay.
Dev Patel is driving away.
He's taking it, he's rushing home. They stop him, bang him up against the head, steal his truck, bring him to their hideout that doesn't have a roof.
Abandoned factory.
Somehow still has working electricity. Obviously, people are living there because there's like different paint jobs everywhere all over. There's like a wall. There's 2 towers that were painted perfectly. Nobody noticed.
Yolanda just has a very colorful, childlike personality, and she just draws stuff everywhere and decorates in vivid aqua blues and pinks and yellows are everywhere.
She's
all
not
this
human.
graffiti.
It's like Easter, gangsta Easter.
Bunnies makes sense.
That's why, because he had the bunny. Oh shit!
This should have been an Easter movie.
It's called Easter CHAPPiE. So they grab him, they take him to the hideout. They tell him, shut the robots down. They put guns to his head. Obviously, these people about to kill him.
He tells them that you literally cannot shut them down unless you shut all of them down simultaneously, and you have to update their firmware to do that, and he can't do that from where he is. About to kill him for that.
He already had the chip. All he had to do is go back to his job and shut him down. But he was like, no, watch this. He pulls the parts out, makes the parts with number 22, and uploads his software into it.
I built it for Mom.
Wait, he built it for Mom?
I needed a protocol droid for Mom.
Oh, God. You had to bring that up.
C-3PO's alive.
So he uploads it, and it was like, okay, we're going to have our own robot that can help us take it down.
He may be intellectually inferior.
As you can see, he has other attributes.
He's gonna be like a baby.
He's a newborn baby. Doesn't know shit.
Baby! Chappie's a baby!
He is stupid. Can't be a retarded robot.
Number 22. He's all scared, running behind equipment, and they have to tell Ninja to leave the room because he's scaring the kid.
Start talking to 22.
What was his first word? They
Watch.
showed him. Yeah, watch.
Oh, you like this watch? Give it a watch. Oh, got that watch. My name's Dion. I'm Yolanda Undanda. Hey, Yolanda Undanda.
And you're Chappie.
What? Chappie? Dion was like, hell no. That's not what we're naming him. He's like, a Chappie? A Chappie? He's like, oh,
God.
shit.
He thinks he's Chappie.
These people messed up my robot. Why didn't he take Chappie with him at any point throughout this whole movie? He could have told Chappie, come on, we going. No, he didn't.
Chappie, whenever I say order 66, you're gonna kill all these people and come with me.
Oh, it would have been great. They didn't. He tells him, I'm gonna come back and help y'all train him. He leaves.
Especially since Ninja Guy came back in. What's going on with this guy? You're teaching him words and crap? Get out of here. I'm gonna shoot you.
Yeah, Ninja wasn't very smart. Upset because the robot was learning words. Why? Why you mad? No reason. Just to be an angry dude. I hated most of the characters in this movie, by the way.
Oh, no.
Ninja was one of them. Yeah, half the people you spent the movie with, I hated.
They're just mean.
The whole gang. Yeah, they're just stupid.
Mean and thick-headed and, I don't know.
Ignorant. And it's like, so you left Chappie with these ignorant-ass people? They started to train Chappie. And Chappie's learning how to say motherfucker and all that shit like that. Instead, he says fuck a mother or something like that. What does he say?
That's what he says, yeah. Well, tickled Raymond.
No, he says fuck mother. That's what he says. So Chappie's trying to learn all this stuff. God knows what else they're teaching him.
Dev Patel goes back to work and...
Oh my God, it's a great scene. Hugh Jackman walks up to him and he's like, hey, what's up, man? How's it going? You want to go hit the gym? Huh? You want to go hit the gym? He's like, what? So come on, man. So, I was wondering, Sigourney Weaver told me that I could borrow the guard key. You know where the guard key is? I'm sorry, man. I can't get that for you and all that.
There's protocols.
It's protocols and all that.
I can't just give it to you because your project's losing funding.
All right. Okay. He grabs and slams him on the desk. Listen here, you little piece of shit.
He pulls out his gun and puts it to his cheek.
He put the gun to his head in the office in front of everybody.
Everybody's looking at him.
Looking at this.
Not doing anything.
Obviously, we get the audience, hopefully they're not treating us like we're stupid because they don't ever pull back the show.
There was a cutaway to at least one woman and a couple other people looking. They were looking. Yeah.
Oh my God, he's got a gun in this guy's head. Somebody do something. He's like, listen here, you little piece of shit. I hate you. I hate your robots. I want my robot to be the man. I hate you. Damn it. And then he goes, click.
Yeah, give me the guard key now or else. And it's like, no, I can't do it. Dev Patel squinches up like he's about to get shot.
Hugh Jackman pulls the trigger. He's like, I'm just messing with you, mate. It's not even loaded. Look. Everybody starts looking around. Come on, it's just funny games, everybody. Come on. It's just a prank, man. It's just a prank.
Just a little scout moose competition, a little friendly rivalry.
But hey, you want to go to church? Huh? How about church? Just a little prank. He goes sit back down. He's like, hey, man, calm down. It's just a little prank, everybody. And everybody just looking. And all I can think is somebody needs to go to the HR department right now, please.
This man is clearly not stable.
You don't pull a gun on somebody. happening?
He goes and sits back down behind his cubicle.
Yeah.
Everybody else starts relaxing, and then he just starts peering back up again like, I'm going to kill that guy.
It was just like something from a cartoon or something. It's like, it's just a prank. Everybody go back to the... And everybody's good. His eyes just get sharp. It just gets mad.
You know what? Psycho Hugh Jackman was my favorite part of this movie, sir.
I would say so, too.
I want to see him in a good comedy movie now. Because he's got this charisma and energy, and it's just fun.
You want to go to the gym? Come on. Come on. You go to the gym. We go to church. Come on.
Just him socializing in his regular accent.
With people at work at a cubicle.
Yeah. He's always wearing these khaki shorts.
The
Short khaki shorts.
a little button-up shirt. He was living it, man. It was great.
And he's always got this gun on a holster in clear view of everybody. It's not even concealed carry. He's just carrying it.
He just carried a gun. I don't know what the gun laws are in South Africa, but he was just walking around the office with the gun attached to him. I don't know why. Hugh Jackman, best part of the movie.
You liven things up a bit there.
So Dion runs out, scared for his life. Nobody does anything to console him.
He grabs some supplies real quick and he heads back on over there, and that's the scene where they were teaching him all the bad words that you were talking about earlier. Then he walks in and it's like, don't you be teaching him stuff like that. It's like, you can't be here. Ninja's about to come back any second. You got to get out of here. Well, I have to foster his creativity. You, go separate your narcotics in another room. Excuse me? Do you want to die?
Yeah, he made America go do his narcotics in another room. Oh, he made Chappie promise not to hurt anybody.
No crimes, no
Like,
hurting
I'm
people.
your creator. Promise not to hurt.
Definitely no guns.
Oh, and Yolanda Udanda got Chappie to call her mommy. Disgusting.
So she's experimenting with motherhood as well.
Ugh.
Chappie, I got you this canvas. We're going to go outside. We're going to have some creativity time.
Chappie's like, okay. Hey, look, Chappie, there's a car right there. Oh, I draw the car. Chappie's drawing a car and shit. Oh, at one point, Chappie woke up and was walking around a little, whatever the hell they live in, and he just poured milk on the ground and he sees He-Man on the screen.
I have the power! And
He's just being very childlike.
then Ninja tried to immediately force him to shoot a gun, and Chappie was scared out of his mind about it.
Hold it like this, holding the gun the wrong way.
Chappie holds it the right way. He's like, no, you got to hold it properly. And
He fixed it the wrong way to hold it cocked sideways. Yeah, we kind of skipped that shit.
Yolanda's concerned because she's recognizing that he is childlike and she wants to foster him. I guess there's like a mother instinct that's kicking in with her. Meanwhile, Ninja just wants his war droid, his gangster droid, so he can make profit off of it.
Chappie, this is blue like the sky. Blue like the sky? Yeah. Okay. Chappie paint Beatles. Chappie paint other things. Chappie's having a good day. So then Ninja comes back. What you doing? Doing with my robot. I'm gonna kill you. Ninja tries to shoot Dion, but then Yolanda pushes him.
That was a pretty close
Gets him.
call. If Dion hadn't rolled and
Dion
she
would've
hadn't
been
pushed
dead.
as well.
Bad people. I don't understand why I'm supposed
And
to
then,
like these characters.
Ninja puts it away. It's like, okay, now that you pushed it out of the way, I'm going to let him go now.
Yeah, so he gets off getting his veins, and Dion yells out, "You very bad person, you," and drives away.
Chappie, don't let him take your creativity, man. You be you.
Yeah, he like
Peace
shouted,
out.
He shouted some crazy shit at Chappie like that, and he rolled off.
Keep love alive.
So then Ninja was like, "Chappie, get in the van. We going for a ride. You want to go see the world? Yeah, Chappie want to see the world."
The real world and the real car.
Him and America wants to toughen him up, and they drop him off just by some teenage gangsters. Chappie gets out. Chappie's like, "Hey, how you doing? I'm Chappie." They start throwing rocks at him.
I want to get back in the car.
Yeah. Please, look at all those black people over there. I don't want to get with them. And they throw rocks at him, throw a Molotov cocktail at him. And
Ninja in America
beats the shit.
drove away, and he'll find his way home. This is a tough out exercise. We got to get him to grow up really, really fast and learn to fight for himself and give him a taste of what we experience on the street.
Meanwhile, crazy Hugh Jackman is looking for the guard key, and he opens the door and realizes, oh my God, it's gone. It's missing. It's not there. What do I do? Finds out it's inside number 22. So he starts tracking number 22 to get the guard key back.
Poor Chappie's being lit on fire and stuff he doesn't understand. I mean, if this was a PG-13 children's movie, there would be a lot of kids really upset right now. But this is a rated R children's movie for some reason.
Yeah.
I
Stupid.
don't know why they made a rated R children's movie. Chappie is a child's character.
It's rated R Wall-E almost, except Chappie wasn't on the planet by himself. Anyway,
So you're feeling very bad because this robot with
Chappie got bullied by some kids.
well, he got completely destroyed by kids.
Well, they threw, he was on fire and shit.
Hitting them with pipes and crap.
He survived and he walked away. He sat down, looked at a dog. The dog was like, yeah, I understand.
Humans.
Yeah, I can't stand humans either, bro. I hate them people. Hugh Jackman tracks him down.
Oh yeah, we forgot to mention that Hugh Jackman actually tracked him first to the warehouse. He discovered that this robot was painting
Oh
stuff
my God. Yeah, Hugh Jackman saw him painting and shit.
with binoculars.
What the hell? A robot Peyton?
In the name of the Lord.
Just made him so angry.
Again, no idea why.
He was just so angry.
Hugh Jackman, the squad, some backup.
Got the squad with him. Chappie stands up. He sees these guys with guns, and he's like, "Oh my God, it's about to happen again."
Hugh Jackman's got this ram thing that you're not sure what it's gonna do. He's got this metal.
I saw it. I was like, "What are you doing? Are you about to break down the door? Because there's no doors to break down." I was like, wait, is he about to break the door to their van down? You can just open it. What's the problem? So he opens it. Good time. I was like, okay, maybe it's a EMP pulse thing. Apparently it was. And then he shoots Chappie with it. Chappie gets knocked out.
It was just designed in such a weird way that I didn't even think it was an EMP. I just literally thought he was going to smack Chappie with this thing, pin him down with it or something.
I was hoping it was an EMP, but
or maybe it was a magnet or something. It was going to attach him with the magnet.
If it wasn't, and he smacked Chappie with that thing, I was going to be very disappointed. Like, why did it just EMP him? So they got Chappie in the van and there.
It's a temporary EMP. It didn't fry him.
I don't know what it did. Shut him down for a little bit.
Because the guard key, obviously, because he would have fried the guard key.
So he grabs him. They throw him in the van. They're doing all kind of experiments to him. Just disgusting, violating Chappie in the worst way, these human beings.
Chappie said no. No means no.
Chappie's saying no, please don't. They're continually doing things to Chappie. Very disgusting to see.
There is no robot rape. There is only rape.
That's right. Robots, if a robot does not consent, no means no, everybody.
Yeah.
Chappie say no, cut his arm off.
Chappie said no. Chappie said no.
He cut Chappie's arm off because he won't cooperate. Flip him over and they start cutting the back of his head.
Do I have to cut off another one? Or are you going to cooperate now?
Chappie's just crying, just looking at this in horror. Oh my God, the terrible things they're doing to this robot. He cut the back of his head open and take the guard key out
of his CPU unit.
And just hanging out the back of his head. He's like, oh my God, I don't know what to do.
Now we're going to deactivate his CPU. Kill him.
Chappie just like, no. Breaks out and runs away. They shoot at him, running away with one arm.
Hugh Jackman says the typical villain thing. Let him go. We got what we came for. Every time, Raymond.
That's what villains do.
Every time.
Yeah, they always do that, don't they?
Yeah, we got what we came for. I am pretty sure this is not going to come back.
Take what we need, gentlemen. Just what we need, not everything else. Very noble villains. They only want to take what they came for, and that's it. They can go with.
Take what you want.
And it's the hero's fault for going back, Andrew.
Oh, no.
And trying to stop them.
Oh, no. Oh, dear.
Wow.
What a hole.
But that's how you got to understand villains. Just want what they want. Just let them be. The hero always goes back. Chappie's at fault for the rest of this movie.
Chappie managed to find his way back to the warehouse eventually.
And they had the spare parts from when the dude brought him, so they give Chappie a new arm.
Where does it hurt, baby? Where does it hurt? You monster ninja! I hate you! I didn't know they were gonna do this to him.
Batman, take me in the van. Touch me.
The man in the van.
You don't want to talk about it, mommy.
It's okay. Mommy's here. You want mommy to read you a bedtime story? Yes, the book. The book.
Yeah, she's in a bed with Chappie, sitting there looking crazy.
He's got the covers over his legs. He's propped up.
What is this? What are we watching right now?
Reading the children's book too.
Oh, we forgot to mention when what's his name was bringing Chappie back to life. He told them it's not gonna last long because his battery is fused with his chassis.
You got maybe 5 days, so that aligns perfectly with the day where the ring's gonna come get Hippo in them.
Yeah. Hippo in the ring. Hippo's gonna come after him
for his $20 billion so he can pay off the ring.
Dying.
Chappie's got a limited lifespan. The battery is fused to the unit. You cannot replace the battery once it goes out because that's an amazing way to design a robot. Wouldn't you at least make them rechargeable then? You mean all these units are gonna just go dead one day and you have to replace every single one? Planned obsolescence, people. Forcing you to buy the latest model. Planned obsolescence.
Just how they get you the DLC batteries.
Well, the battery's gonna cost you just as much as a new Chappie would, so might as well just upgrade.
Get the new 5s come out.
Ninja apologizes to him like he's really sorry. It's like, I'm gonna try to be a better dad from here on out. And Chappie was playing with a doll that he created that looks exactly like Yolanda, and he's hiding it behind his back.
Yandi. I just call her Yolanda because that's the name of the guy from Guardians of the Galaxy. That's the blue guy.
Chappie's nervous, worried that Ninja's gonna find out that he's got a doll, so he's hiding it behind his back. Ninja's like, we're gonna start over. We're gonna be real gangsters. I'm gonna show you how it's done. Everything's gonna be fine. But no crime. No crime.
Okay, this is how you do. When somebody roll up on you, disrespect you. He's like, oh, I'm not gonna shoot anybody. Okay, well, what about this? Look. And he pulls out a knife. He's like, look, you can just do quick slashes and put him to sleep. Oh! I put him to sleep, okay? And then they give him ninja stars and shit, and Chappie can throw ninja stars and do all kind of crazy
He
shit.
starts swiping at them. Sleep, sleep, sleep.
Sleep, 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 sleep.
No, no, no.
Wait, not us. I'm not tired. That's not tired. I already took a nap.
You say Chappie indestructible. Why Chappie need to fight?
Won't nobody disrespect you, Chappie? Come on, we gotta go get daddy's cars from these thieves.
You're making him a ninja.
So they do that 9 times. Ooh.
They have nunchucks at one point. They're showing him how to.
And he kicks the wall like Batman did in Dark Knight Rises. They get him in the car. They tell him, okay, we gotta go get daddy's cars. These bad people took daddy's cars. So they go and rob all these rich people around the town. First guy they see, he's like, that's the guy that sold daddy's car. Chappie.
You don't actually have to shoot him. Just hold the gun and just scare him. Make him never mess with us again.
All right, Chappie's gonna go do it. You steal daddy's cars? That thief? You steal daddy's cars? He's like, get serious, Chappie. Chappie looks, and just like that commercial where that guy has to save that girl at the party, Chappie's LED light eyes.
Justice mode.
Yeah, justice mode. Gets out the car. Stop, thief! You steal daddy's car. He grabs a wrench before he leaves, starts banging on the car, pulls the guy out, flips the guy across the street, scraping his head against the pavement.
Whoa,
That
whoa,
was
Chappie!
good.
What the fruit is wrong with you,
Chappie
man?
is like, I take care of him, Dad. You won't steal your cars, that thief. You thief. You thief. No, don't hurt the cars. I need my cars back, Chappie. And then he's like, look, Chappie, there's the slut that took my car. This poor woman who just goes in and get out the car, slut. You steal daddy's cars. Get away. So they steal a bunch of cars.
They never showed when they taught Chappie to drive or when he learned words randomly. I guess he just learned them overnight while they were sleeping, reading a book. He's rapidly learning without people actually teaching him or giving him any material, and they don't let him hook up to the internet until much later into the movie.
Wait a minute. We'll get to that in a minute. They got the cars and they go sell them to this guy named King in his tall ass tower, crime-ridden tower, which the police cops, I guess they don't know about. They could have raided this place months ago, but you know, plot purposes, we got to go and sell the cars to this guy. So they tell Chappie, wait down here because everybody sees Chappie, thinks he's the police. They all run away. Say, all right, we're going upstairs to go talk to him. Talk to the King guy to exchange for weapons, bombs and stuff so they can rob the stagecoach. I said stagecoach. The armored car. Chappie's looking. He sees a dead dog. Ninja comes down. He's like, look, Chappie.
Tommy Lee Jones. That's a dead dog.
Dead dog. He's like, look, you want to be like this dog right here? You want to be like that live dog over there? Chappie's like, I want to be like the live dog. He's like, all right, Chappie. Well, we got to pull this heist, all right? Chappie doesn't want to come back crying. We doing the heist, Chappie. I'm going to get you a new body, okay? What? You gonna get Chappie a new body?
Well,
Yes.
he revealed to Chappie for the first time that his battery's gonna go out, and the maker didn't tell you that. That was the big deal in
Dion
the
lied to
scene.
you. Dion comes back. He's like, come on, Chappie. He's like, no. Oh, by the way, the guy gives him a bunch of PS4s too for no reason.
Chappie's cracking out these PS4s, hooking them
He's like,
together.
you know, Sony product placement in their Sony movie.
Hooking them up to a Sony Trinitron.
Why did a
Tube
guy give him the
TV
PS4s? How do you go around a car with a PS4?
with a Sony Vio as well?
Oh, yeah. So anyways, Chappie, they transport these PS4s. Dion comes back. Come on, we gonna go. Chappie's like, no, I don't want to go with you, Dion. I hate you. You tell me I was dying. Why did you make me to die? That old theme.
I thought he was gonna do the obvious line. I was waiting for him. I didn't make you to die. I made you to live. I was waiting for that line.
He didn't say that? He said
No, he
something to that. What did he say?
No, he just says, I didn't make you to die. He didn't come up with any sort of clever comeback.
Made you to be conscious or something. I don't know. He's like, you get me a new body. He's like, Chappie, we can't get you a new body because you're not conscious. There's no way to transfer your consciousness.
Because for some reason, we just can't take the head off your robot body and put it into another body because your consciousness is technically just in your head because you don't have biology on your robot body. We just replaced your arm and you're working it fine and you're not like Mr. Potato Head where your
I
arm...
remember what happens now. He's talking to Chappie. Hugh Jackman, since he has the code key, what is it called?
Guard key.
Since he's got the guard key, he uploads a software program to shut down all the police bots. His big plan is to get them all shut down so his big robot can be activated so he can show it off. He shut them down. Somehow,
In Project Terminator Genesis.
Yeah, Project Terminator Genesis is what it's called. And he starts shutting down all the cops. Somehow Chappie's connected to it too. I don't know why or how.
We've previously established that this guard key, you have to have it with you and you have to plug it directly into the robot and then you can plug in a laptop and upload a firmware through the laptop. But now we're saying that if you just have a guard key on the computer, you can use a Wi-Fi connection and Wi-Fi to all of these ones and replace the firmware.
The Wi-Fi network that they use.
So clearly these things are connected with their Wi-Fi to their main CPUs, so they're clearly hackable. All you have to do is find out what the guard key does that allows you to access it. You just gotta crack the guard key combination, and these things are hackable.
That was too difficult, so they just stole a guard key.
Well, just talk about in general, anybody in this world, any hacker could have risen to the challenge and started selling these on the black market.
Could have got Hathaway to come do it.
You're talking about the key that allows you to shut down any droid, anywhere, anytime? Yeah, it's a myth.
Oh, no. No.
You're
not
lying.
Like this. I like this. Dion's like, I can fix CHAPPiE. He grabs CHAPPiE, pulls him in a van, and he drives to the place.
They just let him take CHAPPiE because he just
He
keeled
died,
over.
and, you know, mommy wants CHAPPiE to be alive again. So,
Nobody decided to accompany him for some reason.
Nope.
To make sure.
So he takes CHAPPiE, CHAPPIE goes there, and Hugh Jackman's there. He hides and watches him go in. He sees CHAPPiE as a talking robot again.
He was trying to erase the Genesis program.
Yeah, it was at 97% or some shit like that, and it failed. All the robots in the city shut down.
Apparently, Johannesburg is the worst city in the world.
As soon as the robot shut down, crime just went up. It was like the Purge or some shit.
Everybody just came
Everybody
out.
went crazy.
Every single citizen of
Oh
the
my
whole entire
God.
city.
Robots are down. Everybody go crazy. Just start throwing shit. Everything's being blown up.
Hippo gets a phone call. They tell him, "Hey, man, the robots are down," and then his subtitles tell you what he's actually. It's like, "I want this city. I want everything." Yeah.
He starts firing his gun in the air and all cliche like. And then one point I was like, man, this music is swelling. I guess Batman's about to show up because they show like a skyscraper. Turns out Hans Zimmerman was the musical guy for this movie.
Hans Zimmerman.
Hans Zimmer.
You made me think you said skyscraper and then you said Hans, so I was thinking of Hans Gruber.
Hans Gruber. He could have showed up too, just for no reason. Like every villain ever just showed up, started destroying the city.
Why is everyone so mean in the city?
He grabs CHAPPiE. He doesn't use the guard key. The guard key is still plugged into Hugh Jackman's computer. Oh, he uses a thing to get the virus out without using the guard key. Well, I guess it wasn't on the CPU. It was on the servers of the. I don't know how that works.
Just somehow he quarantined the virus before it could be deleted. He was able to revive CHAPPiE.
CHAPPiE got revived. CHAPPIE walked around. CHAPPIE said, "Oh, look at this body hanging here. You could put me in this body."
A nice orange one.
CHAPPiE, I can't because I can't transfer consciousness. He's like, yes, you can. Come on. We can try. We can do it. I can use this thing right here. And he pulls out a helmet with the LED lights on it. All while I'm thinking, why don't you just unscrew CHAPPIE's head, take that chip out, and put it in the robot? Isn't that just pretty much doing it? That's what CHAPPIE's consciousness is easy. Let me
I mean, even human bodies donate organs to other people, and it doesn't change who they are.
CHAPPIE's a robot. Why
CHAPPIE is literally a robot. There's no biology.
Take his CPU out his head and put into that one. It would have still been CHAPPIE.
Yeah. There's no reason for this to be a conflict at all.
Because the conscience is already grown within that CPU. You just have to unplug it and plug it in. But that's too easy, Andrew. And we won't get our Hugh Jackman
How
comments.
beefy is the CPU that he can just absorb all this infinite knowledge? He's not transferring his consciousness into supercomputers or onto the internet like in Transcendence or Lucy or whatever. He's got a limited amount of memory. They designed these robots for a limited amount of stuff, and he's absorbing all this extra information. His brain is growing. He's got a limited chip size. It's like, nope, we're out of memory. We're going to have to upgrade your brain if you want more knowledge.
4 terabytes. That's just my guesstimation.
4 terabytes.
4 terabytes. Somehow he was able to do it with 4 terabytes. We'll go with 5 terabytes, everybody.
Well, meanwhile, for some reason, we're also having a discussion. CHAPPiE, you're conscious. If anybody else is in this room, CHAPPiE is a conscious robot. And Hugh Jackman's like, oh, healing behind a desk.
He gets angry and I gotta kill it.
This cannot stand.
So
This
CHAPPiE,
cannot be.
He's like, what's this? He's like, that's what you use your conscience to control that big robot right there, the big moose one. You know, the big Metal Gear moose. He's like, oh, so I can use this for consciousness. He takes it, the helmet, and he runs off. CHAPPiE starts researching consciousness. He goes, he tells mommy, look, put this on. He shows mommy what consciousness is. Oh, he puts it on himself first, so he sees his consciousness on the screen or something like that. Huh?
Yeah, he found out that all you needed was about 8 PS4s hooked up, and they can decipher the human consciousness.
PS4. I don't see nothing else deciphering consciousness. We ain't gonna name no names, but you know what I'm saying.
Oh,
anyways,
man. I mean, he could have hooked it up to the cloud, some cloud computing, figure out the
but then
consciousness.
everybody can hack the cloud.
This is true.
Remember that fappening situation a while back?
The fifth.
The fifth.
Plead the fifth.
Plead the fifth. 8/31/14.
Oh. Honest Trailers remembers they made a huge comment about it on their Mockingjay Part 1. Yeah, their Honest Trailer for Mockingjay Part 1.
Oh, man.
They had the narrator do this long, awkward thing about Jennifer Lawrence. Whenever they say people's names at the end, he starts talking about how, and the woman you totally didn't see naked. Seriously, I didn't see her naked. Seriously. He just went on and on, further indicting himself.
I guess you're going to cut this part from the back.
No, not necessarily.
Oh, God. We just went into a whole spill about Jennifer Lawrence. Sorry. I love you.
Hey, this is the spice of the podcast right here. Whatever
You gotta cut this.
we do not endorse what happened to these people.
Yes, and Jennifer Lawrence is one of my favorite actresses, and she's a very sweet lady. So,
Aww. So Chappie.
he goes. Oh man, you gotta cut that. Chappie goes, and he puts the helmet on mommy Yolanda Udanda. Oh my God, is it gonna hurt? It's like, no, just put it on, woman. Damn. So she does it.
I'm gonna read your mind.
Ninja sees it, and I guess Ninja's starting to come around.
The abusive father figure starting to come around. Chappie is touching their lives, Raymond.
Hugh Jackman's all like, we need to get my robot out there.
The police, a day or two later, decide maybe we should go out there and try to stop this.
Yeah, it was like, oh yeah, we get some human officers out there. Yeah, they're not doing too well against the people.
Well, we never find out how well or not they're doing. We just see them preparing and we watch them drive off. Apparently
just under
not, because
control.
Sigourney Weaver.
They tell Chappie to do the heist.
They get the money for the body. We're going to get you that money for the body.
Yeah, they break in. Chappie's throwing ninja stars at people, putting them to sleep.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Sleep now.
Sleep now, right now. Steal all the money. Chappie sees a guy on the ground, scared out of his mind. You should be sleeping. You just sleepy? He's like, oh, please don't hurt me.
I want to live.
Chappie's like, oh my God, I'm sorry. And then runs in and gets in the van and they drive off. Meanwhile, everybody on the news saw it. Everybody can see what's happening.
Hugh Jackman is smiling. He's so giddy about
like,
this.
Oh my God. He's like busts into a meeting with Sigourney Weaver and the dude. Everybody get out. Look at this, Sigourney. We got to activate the moose now. She's like, oh my God. All right. You can do what you want.
Burn it to ash.
Yeah.
She said okay, and then she felt like she had to follow it up with burn it to ash.
That had to be said, Andrew, for some strange reason.
Dev Patel walks into the office while this is occurring and sees it on the news. It's like, everybody's gonna know what you did, Hugh Jackman. Everybody's gonna know. Everyone's gonna know. The whole Genesis thing. Apparently, he found out about the Genesis thing. He found it in Chappie's program.
Oh, he did. Yeah. Everybody's gonna know what you did, Hugh Jackman.
The truth. But everybody else in the office is thinking that he's the crazy one because his scout robot is
just
going
staring
crazy.
at him.
He actually activated this AI robot, and look, it's doing all this crazy stuff.
Chappie's like, we got the money, we gonna buy me a new body? He's like, I'm sorry, Chappie, there's no new body, which is stupid. They always do that. Every time somebody's holding a secret for somebody, they don't wait till everything's secure to reveal. They just say it right after they do what they needed them to do, right after they use it. He's like, you like the Chappie? Chappie starts choking him or whatever.
He chokes him all the way back to the hideout.
Yeah.
And then he lets him go whenever the door opens.
Dion gets a gun and some other things and puts it in a van, and he drives to go get Chappie as well. Hugh Jackman gets so excited about using this thing. He puts his helmet on.
He gets to play his Project Morpheus demo.
Yeah.
The Project Morpheus Chappie game. I'm so excited.
So there's citizens being harmed out there. You can go help them. He just uses his robot and goes hunting down Chappie. So he activates Metal Gear and it flies off to go get Chappie. Meanwhile, Hippo sees this on the news too. I need that robot.
Give me my Black Ops Golden AK-74U. Let's go.
So they all go. Dion's like, Chappie, come on, we gotta go. Chappie's like, I'm going to die. I'm just going to die. Even though his battery is at the end. He must have had a backup battery because that bar was completely gone by this time in the movie. So he lasted another 15 to 30 minutes.
I guess it's a gas tank thing where it says it's on empty whenever you really got about a solid 3 or 4 miles in you.
I feel you.
Or more, according to the Cosmo Kramer school of empty. Oh, it fell
Chappie's
off.
all depressed. Dion's like, Chappie, something of great danger is coming this way. It's coming to get you. He shows Chappie the super gun with the explosive rounds.
It is your destiny.
Yeah, Chappie's like, no, can't hurt. And then Hippo shows up. They start shooting at Ninja and them shooting at each other.
Oh, the Ninja just goes crazy.
Yeah, Ninja was like, ah! He starts shooting at Hippo when Hippo's like, give me the robot.
He just pulls out his magic yellow gun and turns it sideways, bucks out his teeth like Bugs Bunny.
And goes nuts. So then Hugh Jackman's Metal Gear Moose shows up and starts firing at people.
He just steps on America.
Yo, that was so rude.
Hugh Jackman.
He's walking towards him like he's just walking using the robot that's got all these guns.
This is where you find out Hugh Jackman is a psycho who thinks he's playing a video game right now.
He like steps on him and then uses the claw on it and grabs him by the neck, rips him in half, throws his body across the
He just throws his upper torso
against the wall, and then make sure you saw that shot and cut to it.
This is so graphic. And Hugh Jackman,
it was great.
And you come back to Hugh Jackman with his visor on. And he's like,
He starts firing at the
Who's
villains
next?
again. He's like, woo!
Oh man, he's a psycho. No one on the job today decided to go down. Hey, maybe we should watch him, see what he's doing while he's in the moose thing. He just ripped a guy in half. Should we shut this down right now?
Hugh Jackman wanted to use this so bad in the movie, and I
think
was afraid Moose was going to disappoint. Moose did not disappoint me.
You thought it was going to be a hammer missile?
Yeah, I thought Moose was just going to like fire off some rounds and just walk around, be very boring. Moose did not disappoint. Moose flew up in the air and launched
2 Jerichos.
Yeah, it just carried like rain down upon these guys. Boom, 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 boom. This was murdering people brutally. Moose did not disappoint, ladies and gentlemen.
It's so horrible.
Yeah, it's so horrible, but it's so great.
All the main characters are just getting shot one after the other. It's like, Chappie, you gotta help us. Chappie's just in the back of the van, tying a grenade to a throwing knife. It walks into the warehouse.
Using explosive rounds and starts shooting at Moose.
Chappie does not intervene until after Dion is cornered right next to the van, and he jumps over the van and stabs the knife with the grenade into the face of the...
He hits him with that little explosive thing, and then he's getting ready to detonate it, but then he shoots out of Chappie's hand. Hippo comes around and...
Where did Moose go? Whenever Hippo's coming over here to have this conversation. Killing Hippo's men or something?
Yeah, I think he was killing the men in the buildings. I think it flew up in the air to shoot some more of the people who was in a higher up.
He just flew away for a second.
Hippo's about to shoot, well... He does shoot him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's getting ready to shoot Dion, and then Ninja comes and starts scuffling with Hippo, and then Hippo shoots Ninja in the leg, and then Dion tries to run and he shoots Dion.
Through the back and out the front of the intestines.
Dion falls down. He's like, no, creator. For some reason, they go in the building. Why?
Take cover, I guess.
What's her name in there? The mommy?
Wait, what happened to Hippo?
Oh, after Hippo shoot Dion, Ninja takes a shovel that's randomly on the ground.
Oh, yeah.
Hits him in the leg.
That's why I didn't remember it, because there was a slow motion shot of Dev Patel taking up half screen, and you just see a Ninja with a shovel in the background.
And he hits him, but you don't get to see him kill him.
It's slow motion. Okay, that's why I didn't remember what happened. You might as well shovel it in.
Chappie picks up, what's his name, brings him in. He's like, I can fix this. I'm going to get the consciousness. So he runs in, grabs his computer.
They blast all the PS4s. And
yeah. Hugh Jackman shoots it and breaks the helmet. It's like, oh, tells mommy and Ninja, is like, I need to go back to the factory and get the other helmet.
The one that Hugh Jackman's in right now.
Yeah, so I can transfer Dion consciousness. He's like, okay, try to drive off. And Ninja's like, I'm going to make sacrifice myself. Like, everybody just back off.
It's going to be beautiful.
Myself. It's going to be great. Look at all this slow-mo shit about to happen.
You think you're some kind of hero, Hugh Jackman?
He does say that line, doesn't he?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's why he flew up, is because Chappie blinded him initially. And so he got the machine out of there.
That's why he wasn't there.
And then he switched to infrared.
That's what happened.
Then
That's
he got
why
back in.
He wasn't around when Hippo showed up.
He's looking at Ninja in infrared as Ninja just puts his gun down and kneels down before him and starts yelling at him.
Chappie's driving and Mommy gets out the car. Mommy picks up the explosive gun that Chappie had and she shoots at Moose. Hugh Jackman looks and just fires at her and she gets shot and dies. Chappie's like, Mommy, no, Mommy.
Finds the detonator.
Yeah, he finds the detonator on the ground and then blows up Moose.
Chappie just gets really ticked off.
Who did this to mommy?
And he goes and he finds Hugh Jackman.
He's walking into the office with Sigourney Weaver and all the employees.
Everybody's in the office. He starts beating up Hugh Jackman. Smash around, breaks his arm, throws him up against the ceiling and
He's
slams
smashing
him down.
all the cubicles, throwing him in glass, and Sigourney Weaver's like, oh God! And she
Yeah,
just runs.
Sigourney Weaver did the most non-badass Sigourney Weaver thing I ever seen her do and starts screaming like a damsel and runs away. I was very disappointed that they made Sigourney Weaver do that. That is not Sigourney Weaver right there.
See you in Alien 5
See you
or
in
whatever.
Alien 5.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Or
Alien,
Avatar 2. Or...
Alien 3 reboot. Okay.
Later.
According to other things. So then Chappie was like, now I forgive you, Batman, after he like beat him up.
He's
like,
broken on the floor.
Yeah, he's like, everything's broken, laid down. Pretty sure he's dead.
wondering what would break first.
Your moose or your body? Chappie walks away. He grabs Dion. He's like, okay, Dion, we can transfer your consciousness. I figured it out. He's like, there's only one body. And Dion's like, no, just save yourself, Chappie. He's like, no, I save you, Dion.
By the way, we're not even sure if this works yet.
Yeah. So he just does it.
As soon as he hits the enter key to start transfer, Dion, his body just deactivates and just goes limp in the chair.
I was like, wait, did he die from the gunshot wound or did this machine kill him?
Took
Like,
his-
and he died.
Took out his soul and threw it into the orange robot.
Put him in the orange robot. So he's in the orange robot. Meanwhile, Chappie's battery is just on 0 and Chappie is still able to do all this stuff.
Maybe we should reiterate this for the listeners. Dev Patel, Slumdog Millionaire, has just transferred his consciousness into a robot CPU.
Yeah, that happened.
Okay, just letting you know.
Chappie figured it out.
Chappie figured it out, guys. Don't worry.
Nah,
Trust him.
Oh, he connected to Wi-Fi for the first time and figured it out too to get all the information.
Oh man.
Because
Reading reading heat signatures from the brain off of a bike helmet is gonna allow you to be able to interpret in a few seconds someone's whole consciousness and transfer it.
I still can't figure out how they had Wi-Fi in that building. I just don't. They didn't have a roof.
It's the future. It's 2018 or something.
Wi-Fi. It was 2016.
Well, they said 2016 is whenever they started the robot program.
They need to clarify.
So I assume maybe it's a couple years later. I don't know.
So Dion's in the robot now. Dion's like, all right, it's your turn now, Chappie. He's like, what's on the body? He's like, I can Wi-Fi connect you to the nearest one that was deactivated.
The whole time?
The whole time they could have did this.
Wait a minute. You mean at any point you probably could have just hacked into any of these other droids and just said, hey, Chappie, you don't have to do this heist. We don't have to break into this military facility. All we have to do is just get to a Wi-Fi port.
He didn't have the passcode key.
We could just sit down at a Chick-fil-A.
He didn't have the guard key.
With some free Wi-Fi.
The guard key was plugged into that computer they used. So they had the guard key now and they could do that.
Yeah.
So anyways, they transferred Chappie to the nearest one, which I thought the machine was going to break and Chappie's conscience was going to go into all of them, but apparently not. And Chappie did end up in just one. The cops break in to the facility. Dion runs out, sees Chappie. Chappie wakes up as a new robot with, I guess, a fresh battery, and they go off together. Ninja burning all the pictures of Yandi.
Immediately burning all of her stuff.
Just not giving a shit.
Gets to Chappie's voodoo doll he made of her. There's a little USB stick in it.
Oh, USB stick in it. Says, Mommy's conscious. Backup.
Wait a minute. We just established that you can't necessarily copy someone's consciousness. You can't make a copy of it.
Yeah.
You can just transfer it.
Yeah, she was still alive. How is that possible?
Yeah.
She's dead. You can't.
So you made a copy. Even though you said you can't create a copy, you can only transfer consciousness.
It's the real person. This ain't a, yeah.
So now we're establishing that this is just a copy. This is not
Humans
actually
can be
her.
cloned. Souls can be cloned, sir.
That's what we've just established. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is a clone of her soul that we're hoping will work out.
Somehow he able to hack a factory and builds a robot with a human face, a humanoid face.
You don't need guard keys anymore, Raymond.
You know? He builds a robot with a humanoid face and then
That looks
uploads
like
the
hers.
consciousness. Yeah, and
That looks
uploads
like
the consciousness in it.
Yolanda's got the face of iRobot.
Yeah, she's very weird.
Of those
very
white
weird looking person.
plasticky faces. You talk about the real person.
Yeah.
I was talking about the
So
robot.
weird. Her and Ninja, so weird looking. They ain't human. Anyway.
We don't get any. Do we get any closure to what's going on in the city with people rioting and what happens to the military company and all the scouts?
They re-enlist all the human police, so all the human police get to go out and stop all this crime. That's it. Hugh Jackman doesn't go to jail.
Hugh Jackman won because the humans are taking back over.
And he doesn't go to jail. He's just in a hospital.
Hugh Jackman
healing.
won.
The villain won.
You won.
Congratulations, Hugh.
Yeah, nicely done. You psycho.
Meanwhile, Dion and Chappie are both inside these robots, which I guess they're going to have to perform heists and steal batteries.
Hide
from
down
now
in
on.
District 9.
Yeah, hide out in District 9.
After the aliens left, it's all empty now.
I was hoping that the aliens were going to show up, that Chappie was going to have to fight the aliens.
Well, they gave us the
save
District 9
humans.
ending, though.
What?
The main protagonist turns into the alien
Yeah, Dion's in the robot.
and the big showdown with the mech.
So I guess the whole thing that they didn't fully give us the ending with the beginning with the guys talking about how this is the next evolution, that humans are going to transfer themselves into robots now. Guess that's what it was supposed to be, but they never fully went into that.
No, that's not explored at all. For all they know, these people don't even exist. I don't even know how they knew Chappie's name. They just saw that there was a scout robot doing things. Who told
Yeah,
them it was
how
called
did they-
Chappie?
yeah.
Hashtag Chappie Johannesburg. Let us know your thoughts. CNN, tweet us. We'll read it on the air because we got to fill up 24 hours a day.
Yeah, we've already worked that dress story and the story of the riding on a parrot or whatever. Oh. So yeah, that was the end of the movie. You want to go first with your thoughts, sir?
I don't know. It started off kind of fun with the characters acting all kooky, and especially Hugh Jackman was refreshing, but it just started to drag on, and we were following people who were just bad people. And it was just this weird thing where it was a kid's movie, but it was not a kid's movie at all. It's just this rated R children's story with a character that's meant to appeal to kids, which was evidenced by the little girl who was taken to this movie. There was a 12-year-old girl that got brought into this rated R movie, and she was making comments during the previews, I heard, behind us.
She was yelling and shit. I was about to be like, dude, get your child out of here.
Because she was in there, I just assumed, oh, I guess it's PG-13, and kids just weren't turning out because it was a school night.
Yeah, I thought it was a PG-13 movie too.
But then people started dying with blood squibs, and people started using the F word.
And there were nudity.
MPAA, you guys missed it. There's a brief shot of nudity on a TV display in this
It's on
movie.
a TV display, Andrew. It's not on the film, the flesh of the film.
Now that would be an interesting way to sidestep things, if that's how that works.
That's how it works.
Somebody else is watching a rated R movie, it doesn't count towards the rating of this movie.
It was just not what I thought. I just couldn't get behind it. I wanted to like it. CHAPPiE, his introduction was kind of a letdown. It took quite a while to get me to, to know. It's hard to explain. I didn't like the way he was being portrayed in the beginning with the childlike thing, and it just took too long. And just knowing that he was surrounded by these bad people, I'm really not going to like CHAPPiE at all because he has no knowledge that they are bad people. He's just following along with them. And for some reason, he just gets the idea that he can't kill, keeps that, but he still does all this other bad stuff.
Because you can't break a promise.
It just seemed very forced. Very, very forced.
You said it was slow, but at the same time, they really sped up his development to fit within this 1 week time frame that they gave themselves. Instead of spreading it out to maybe I'll give you a month deadline or a few weeks deadline, they have to get him up to adult level knowledge very, very quickly. And literally overnight, he's able to start talking, even though no one's been teaching him words, and they don't even have one shot of him looking into a book and saying, okay, this belongs to this, and matching what a bear looks like to the word bear or anything like that. They don't show how he learns how to speak overnight.
He's smart. He robot. He do what he wants.
But he doesn't. You can't learn English unless you're around people who are using English, and you can't read English until you know what it means. And he's not connected to the internet to learn things.
I just did not enjoy this film.
And like we said, we don't know why anybody's doing anything in this movie besides Sigourney Weaver, who is running a company and just wants to make a profit. And the profit is with the Scout people and not with the Moose people.
Yeah, nobody has any kind of motivation. The bad people just want money, and you can't get behind CHAPPiE or anybody in this movie except Hugh Jackman, the bad guy, who ends up winning in the end, which is great.
Oh, man.
Probably gonna give this movie 2 stars. Just didn't like it. It just did not hold my attention the way I wanted it to.
Hyperbolically, I hope, negative portrayal of the city of Johannesburg that I assume Blomkamp really loves since he's filmed there so many times. I assume Elysium was shot there as well, and District 9 was shot there, his breakout movie, and he keeps going back there. So I don't know why he would portray a city that he loves so much so negatively like he does in this movie. The whole city just goes nuts for no reason. That's only when half the droids are shut down. There's a droid shooting people with a shotgun, and they're still not dispersing.
Like the Joker took over or something and just made the whole city crazy.
I don't know what is happening.
2 stars, and I'm done. I like District 9. Elysium was okay. Didn't like this one at all.
Protagonists that you can't get behind. Underdeveloped, actual good characters. The most charismatic character is actually a psycho villain character who wins in the end. The whole entire city is just awful and mean people. It starts to wear on you after a while, and for some reason you're watching a children's movie that is just gory and violent and language filled. That's not a problem if it's supposed to be that. We enjoy that stuff on other movies, but it's just really conflicting with the story that's being told. It's just very awkward.
Everything was awkward. The people looked awkward and weird. Everything was weird.
I can compliment the performances of Hugh Jackman and Charlton Copley, who does not appear on screen at all. He's being CGI'd over, but he puts in a fun performance that you'll enjoy every once in a while. CHAPPiE is E.T.-like character. Just imagine R-rated E.T. and Elliot's trying to teach E.T. all this gangsta slang and take him out to start robbing people.
Yeah, it's not the kind of movie I want to see.
And the trailers really disguised that these were bad people and not just people who were down on their luck or homeless who decided to take in this CHAPPiE character.
It was going to help him revolt.
Yeah, it was going to help him revolt and help the rest of the robots revolt, because they framed that shot almost like the rest of the robots were turning against the humans who started suppressing them or something, or who wanted to shut them down. It's nothing like that. This has nothing to do with AI rights. This has nothing to do with him being alive like Johnny Five and Short Circuit. It just takes a complete turn and doesn't deal with any of the initial issues. It just turns into another Lucy Transcendence movie, where it's about transferring consciousness and transcending human bodies.
That's why the marketing kept shoving this down your throat.
Word gets out, another Transcendence Lucy over here.
Yep. So that's it for me. Got nothing else to say about this terribleness.
Okay. What'd you think about that Sony logo where it just says Sony for a zillion seconds and you have to zoom into it at the beginning of this movie?
Zoom into Columbia? Why are they doing that now all of a sudden? It's like...
Sony.
I guess Sony wants people to know, like, people don't know that Columbia was theirs and TriStar's theirs or something like that. You've been existing for the past 20 years, and now all of a sudden...
It says it underneath. It used to say a Sony brand company or something underneath.
I don't give a shit anymore. They do what they want.
You see the Columbia logo and you get excited like you're about to see the third Charlie's Angels movie or something. They're zooming in on that.
Ghostbusters Columbia, too?
Yeah, Ghostbusters and... Oh, you're going to get your Ghostbusters, all right.
Damn it. Why'd you mention that? Oh.
You brought it up.
I did, but I forgot about that part. I was thinking of the old school Columbia logo.
Men in Black.
Good shit. Oh, no. They're going to remake Men in Black, call it Women in Black.
Why not? How... What is it? But why?
Because, girl, sexism. That's why.
But it's sexism the reverse way.
But you can't say that.
Why?
Because you would be sexist if you say it's reverse sexism.
But it is. Why does it have to be an all-woman cast now? Why can't it be a mixed cast of women and...
That would have been great. But
anybody who joins. I don't understand. The reason people didn't point out the fact that the original Ghostbusters team was all men is because it seems like a firefighter position, and you don't see many women firefighters rushing in with heavy backpacks on and stuff because of the body mass it takes to do a job like that and wear all the equipment.
That's pretty much, you're right, correct on that. And firefighters have regulations to where you have to be able to carry a certain amount of weight in order to go in and be able to carry stuff around. And I was reading an article somewhere about that too, and then people were trying to tell them, we need more women firefighters, but if they can't meet the requirements, then they can't be a firefighter.
Yeah.
So if you can't meet the requirements to be a Ghostbuster, you can't be a Ghostbuster.
That's what I'm saying, because that's...
You can't carry that proton pack on your back.
You're carrying a neutron, proton, whatever the fruit pack on your back. And that's why I never assumed it was a sexism thing.
They
I just
all
assumed...
better get buff. They better get buff for this movie role.
Yeah, I just assumed it was a firefighter situation. They even work out of a fire department, so it's a natural connection to say, obviously that's why only men are doing this at the moment.
That's going to be the joke of a movie. They're going to put the packs on and then they're going to fall over. Watch.
Are they going to create some tiny...
In Extreme Ghostbusters, the female had a handgun type proton with a little thing attached to her hip.
Handgun?
Yeah, you can look it up on the internet. Hers was like a handgun one with the wire attached to a pack on her hip. She had the trap on her back.
So she got to be the trap person.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So I guess they're all going to have that. Now it sounds sexist. I don't know.
I don't think it's sexist at all. I just assume that it's just a firefighter situation. Like I said, the firefighter argument.
It is. But, Hollywood pushing for all these crazy things now all of a sudden.
Yeah, Meryl Streep and Jennifer Lopez just went nuts.
Oh, I'm glad I don't watch the Oscars no more. I don't give a
like
shit about the Oscars.
Like it was the Apollo and they just heard some amazing joke or something.
They're crazy.
Woo, you right.
I don't watch the Oscars. I know you watch it. I think the Oscars are a big joke nowadays. I mean, they have been past few years.
It is weird whenever the highlight of the Oscars is whenever Jack Black comes in, and for some reason I feel excited to see Jack Black. He kind of classed up the show somehow.
See, I felt Jack Black was an idiot for what he did.
Well,
to
it's
get
a
up there.
scripted thing.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have agreed to do that and make fun of tentpole films. He's made his whole career in doing mostly comedy movies, and he don't give a shit about your comedy either. It just feels like you're just a traitor, Jack Black. I mean, that's what it feels like. It's like he hasn't been in anything in a while either. Was that Gulliver's Travel movie years ago was the last thing?
That's what stopped him from being in big movies ever again, was Gulliver's Travels, but he's been in more smaller productions like Bernie, which I haven't seen.
But everybody's losing their mind. They're just trying to point the blame at how entertainment's going. And you just need to make a good movie, all right? No matter how much CGI you got or what, just make a good movie.
You got that Jack Black Goosebumps movie.
Just make good movies. That's all I ask. That's all you need to do. You won't have to place the blame on anybody about what's wrong with Hollywood. Everybody can make a good movie. Just do it. Yeah, we went on a little rant there about the Oscars.
Well, there you go. You got that out of your system? Anything else you want to talk about?
What else we going to talk about the Oscars? Yeah, don't be using it to just...
We're going into a post-Oscars
Go ahead and post Oscars thing here.
discussion
You know,
here.
I don't give you speech and you think or whatever your movie was about. You ain't got to go into all your political stuff with that whole who's the person on there? Was it an actress made Meryl Streep or Jennifer Lopez go crazy?
Patricia Arquette.
So you ain't got to do all that. Just say your thank yous and go on. And Common and John Legend didn't have to go all crazy either. All right, you got other platforms to voice your opinion. You got Twitter and all that other shit. This is an award show. We trying to have a good time. Just move on.
No publicity is bad publicity, and if they say something very controversial and get behind a huge issue, then they'll have a bunch of people supporting them or giving them news coverage and crap. Their name will be all over social media or whatever. Great marketing for them, I guess. And if they really believe in the issue, I guess it's really great marketing for their issue as well.
Screw the Oscars. That's all I gotta say. It's time for somebody else need to make an award show that honors films respectfully. What else we need to talk about? What else?
We're just gonna throw everything at the end of the
Just throw everything at the end.
Well, we don't have much to talk about on CHAPPiE, so let's see.
Who else was it? We've been talking for almost 2 hours now.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like a good note to end it on. For the parking lot projectionists, I am Andrew.
And I'm Raymond.
Shutting it down. CHAPPIE's gonna book. CHAPPIE's gonna sue it. CHAPPIE gonna shut it down. CHAPPIE listen to PRP. Make sure you subscribe. CHAPPIE gotta subscribe. Make sure you like. Make sure you comment. We didn't say that. Turning it back on for a second.
Please like, subscribe, share. What else is there?
Tweet.
Yeah, hashtag us. All that good shit.
Okay. Andrew.
Right.
Shutting it down.
Los locos kick your ass. Los locos kick your face. Los locos kick your balls into outer space.
Uh-oh. Come on. I will clean you up. But if you had a mouth, I would wash it out with soap.